Hello everyone, and hello from Malaysia. Welcome to our AIMST Biotechnology Student Association webinar series. Thank you very much for your participation today. You have currently joined our webinar on interprofessional education. We will begin our program shortly. I would like to kick off today's program by reminding you of some of the housekeeping items as seen on the screen. First of all, please turn off your microphone during the session and only unmute when required to speak. Please turn on your camera so that we can see each other. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to message us through the chat box. We will try our best to address your concerns. The chat box is also there for you to introduce yourselves. Please give us your name and your organization. Last but not least, no phone calls or disruption during the session. Note that this session will be recorded and live on YouTube. The recording will be saved on our YouTube channel right after the sessions. An evaluation survey will appear at the end of our session. Please spend some time to provide your feedback as it will be really meaningful for us to improve the next session. Thank you very much for your attention, and once again, welcome to all our webinar organized by AIMST Biotechnology Students Association. My name is Amanda Alvin. I'm proud to tell you that I am a BSc Biotechnology degree student at AIMST University. It is a great honor for me to serve you as the MC for this webinar series. If anyone has any issues with audio or video, please use the chat box and we will do our best to help you. So to start the session, I would like to invite Mr. Hugo, the ABSA president, to deliver his welcoming remarks.
Okay, hello. Thank you, Amanda. First of all, hello everyone, and hello from Malaysia. I'm delighted to say that we have more than 100 registered participants from 5 different countries here. That includes India, Myanmar, Malaysia, Japan, and Australia. I'm really proud of that. It's a really good start for our webinar series. So first, AIMST Biotechnology Student Association is also known as ABSA. On behalf of ABSA, I welcome you all. Our honorable speaker of the day, Professor Dr. I Kim, Rector of the University of Medical Technology, Yangon, Myanmar, and also Senior Professor Manikam Ravichandran, the Dean of Faculty of Applied Sciences from AIMST University, also our very supportive ABSA advisor, Senior Associate Professor Dr. Subhash, professors, lecturers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. I'm delighted to see you all here, though it's virtually. As an association of students, ABSA always strives to provide a quality and a comprehensive social platform to our biotechnology and also bioinformatics students here at AIMST University. It helps them to learn new things, to grow, and to have fun in the process. So far, we have organized and co-organized numerous activities, including the annual sport event, ABSA Olympics, faculty prom night, undergraduate orientation, just to name a few. So in this competitive field of biotechnology, intellectual capacity is not everything. Soft skills are equally vital, no matter you are an entrepreneur, researcher, writer, or patent agent after your graduation. Therefore, ABSA has started this webinar series, and each of these webinars will be organized by a different group of ABSA members. So this webinar, the main goal of these webinars is to provide a platform for the students to develop and refine their various soft skills such as leadership, adaptivity, and communication. Simultaneously, these webinars will help ABSA members and participants to enhance and also update their knowledge in the relevant fields. Last but not least, I would like to thank the organizing committees for doing an excellent job. I hope you all will enjoy, and gain some insights from today's session. Once again, thank you. Miss Amanda, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hugo, for the wonderful welcoming remarks. Next, I would like to invite the Dean of Faculty of Applied Sciences, Senior Professor M. Ravichandran, to deliver his opening remarks.
Very good day to all of you. Nice to see on the Saturday afternoon. It's around 1 o'clock in Myanmar and 2:30 in Malaysia. A warm welcome to our professor, Dr. I. Kin. Welcome, professor. And she's a rector from University of Medical Technology, Yangon, Myanmar. We are delighted to have you here. My congratulations to all my students who have successfully organized this event, particularly the ABSA, AIMST Biotechnology Students Association. Actually, now you got a vibrant mentor and Hugo, the president, and MC, Ms. Amanda, and all the team members for doing a wonderful job. AIMST Biotechnology has been one of the important program in Malaysia, very popular. It has been accredited grade A by MQA, and also our placement rate is 100%. And we have many international faculties as adjunct professors, and our students even go overseas for industrial training. And our students are placed all over the world, like Cambridge and Yale University, Leicester, and many more universities out there. We have produced more than 800 alumni from AIMST University. I'd like to thank Dr. Subhash for organizing, leading, and mentoring the student. And actually, it is a very nice way to learn at this challenging situation. I think I have to thank all my students for their cooperation in whatever adjustment we are making to online. And with that limited time with the online learning, and they're able to organize this wonderful event. I think it is one of the important soft skills we have to learn, and we have to tell the world that biotechnologies are important. So with this, I will I wish good luck for the program, and wish my good afternoon to Professor I. Kin for the speech on interprofessional education, and I'll leave to MC. Thank you, Ms. Amanda.
Thank you very much, Professor M. Ravichandran, for your inspiring opening remarks. Next, I would like to call upon the Organizing Committee Chairman, Ms. Sharifah Haswani, to say a few words and to introduce the moderator of today's webinar. Ms. Haswani, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Amanda Alvin. Hello, everyone from Malaysia. I am Sharifah Haswani Isati binti Saidputra, a third-year student of the BSc Honours Biotechnology degree program here in AIMST University. For me, it is an honor to serve as the chairman of the organizing committee and this webinar. So first of all, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to welcome today's speaker, our very first speaker, the Honorable Professor I. Kin, Rector of University of Medical Technology, Yangon, Myanmar, and to our Dean of Faculty, Professor M. Ravichandran, and to our moderator of the day, our Senior Associate Professor, Dr. Subhash, and to all our participants, welcome. So this is the first webinar for our ABSA webinar series, and it is organized by the one and only AIMST Biotechnology Students Association, and we are very, very proud to host it. So as a chairperson, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to my committed teams who work hard day and night for the past week to make this webinar a success for now. And thank you again to the Honorable Professor I. Kin for accepting our invitation, and to our Dean of Faculty, Professor M. Ravichandran, for his full support. So last but not least, I would like to thank especially to our Senior Associate Professor, Dr. Subhash. Our committee members have felt very lucky to have him as our guide, as our ABSA advisor. He has worked day and night. He has put all his effort. He has put all his time and energy to make sure to guide us throughout this process of making this webinar series a reality. I can thank him enough for his guidance and for him to mold us to play these roles. and because he is the one who makes sure that his student shines the most. So that I thank him, and thank you, Dr. Subhash, for accepting the role to become the moderator for today's webinar. So once again, I welcome you all, and thank you for joining us. So to Miss Amanda, back to you.
Thank you, Ms. Haswani. Now I request the moderator of the webinar, Senior Associate Professor Dr. Subhash, to introduce the speaker and start the session. Dr. Subhash, please.
Thank you very much, Ms. Amanda. Thank you very much, Ms. Sharifa, for nice introduction. Hello, everyone. I mean, as Chairman mentioned, it's a great event. In the first webinar, we have participants from India, Myanmar, Malaysia, Japan, and Australia. It's something great. I'm very delighted to become a part of this webinar session. It is very pleasing to see the wonderful teamwork of energetic, the dynamic and energetic organizing committee, and the initiative taken by the AIMST Biotechnology Students Association to start this webinar series. At the beginning, the president of the ABSA precisely highlighted the importance of the soft skills, because nowadays in many countries, if you see the newspaper or TV channels, so many educators, policymakers, stakeholders, academics are talking about how to do the revamping of the education system to make the new graduates ready for the new challenges for the real world. And because of this COVID-19 pandemic, we know what is the strength of health system, what are the weaknesses in the health system. And in order to improve the health system and to minimize the impacts of COVID-19 like pandemic, so interprofessional education is an essential pedagogical approach. So the interprofessional education can boost the strength of healthcare industry. And today, our invited speaker, Honorable Professor Dr. I. Keen, is going to talk on interprofessional education. It is my great pleasure to introduce Professor Dr. I. Keen. Professor Dr. I. Keen is a medical doctor by profession. In 1988, she completed her MBBS degree at University of Medicine, Yangon, Myanmar. Then she completed her Master of Medicine, Master of Medical Science in Pathology in 1995. Then she, to become a better in education, she completed Diploma in Medical Education. And her PhD, Doctor of Philosophy, is in Pathology, very important subject and very important nowadays. She completed PhD, Doctor of Philosophy at University of Medicine, Yangon, Myanmar. Currently, she is serving as a rector of University of Medical Technology, Yangon, Myanmar. Before taking this role, she was serving as a professor and head of a Department of Medical Laboratory Technology, University of Medical Technology, Yangon. Professor I. Keen is very busy, and I'm very grateful to her. She accepted our invitation because she's wearing multiple hats and she's quite busy. She is an executive committee member of the Southeast Asia Regional Association of Medical Education. She is a part of Management Board and Advisory Council of ASEAN Association of Schools of Medical Technology. She is a project manager of the project for human resource development of medical engineering in Myanmar. And she is a very active member of the professional member of Australian Institute of Medical and Clinical Scientists. So with this little bit background, I would like to request our honorable speaker, Professor I. Keen, to take the charge of the floor and start the presentation. Professor Dr. I. Keen, floor is yours, please.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I want to thank you all for letting me to join this webinar. I'm really appreciate to join your first webinar in your webinar series. So first of all, I want to thank Dr. Subhash, who is very close to me because he visited our country and our university 2 years ago, and then he sees all our work and he appreciates a lot, and he also gave the lectures to our medical laboratory technology master students. So I would like to share my some knowledge regarding interprofessional education today. So please let me share the screen. Down. Expand your Today, I would like to talk about the interprofessional education. Outlines of my presentation are the context, why is IPE conducted, definition of interprofessional education, interprofessional collaboration, and interprofessional competencies, goals of interprofessional education, IPE and interprofessional collaborative practice required condition, types of IPE program, and then opportunities for the faculties involved in IPE, opportunities for students involved in IPE, and opportunity of interprofessional healthcare, IPE best practice, IPE core competencies, benefits of IPE, and IPE and IPCP in COVID-19 pandemic, and then take home message. So modern healthcare often provided by a variety of disciplines working together. Therefore, at least some our professional development and learning should be experienced together. Potential for interprofessional to improve collaborative working through shared learning. So I'm a medical doctor, so some of our colleagues think we are doctors, we will lead the teams. And how about nurses? So they are also directly work with the patients. And then the pharmacists also have a role to give the drugs and medicine and the drug interactions and fast effects. So they are also very important persons, as well as the dental surgeons. Regarding the mouth condition, we have to rely on them. But we have to collaborate each other in healthcare system. So why we have to conduct IPE? We have to provide healthcare that leads to optimal patient outcomes, and IPE is considered one mechanism to accomplish this goal. So regarding the philosophy of patient care, all health professionals should be educated to deliver client-centered care as members of an interdisciplinary team, emphasizing evidence-based practice, quality improvement approaches, and informatics. And we all health profession schools have an obligation to educate future practitioners who are prepared both to assess and to meet the health needs of the public. This obligation entails fostering greater interprofessional teamwork and collaboration. So in 20th century, team members were resources for our physician as a decision maker. But in 21st century, team members are responsible for key decisions in the patient's care together with the physician. This shift demands a change in how all providers are prepared to practice. Health professionals must understand the roles and expertise of colleagues and be able to communicate well between professions. Health professionals must realize that collective knowledge of the group far exceeds that of an individual. So paradigm shift is physician-centered practice to patient-centered practice, practitioner autonomy to team collaboration, focus on illness and cure to focus on health promotion, passive patient role to involve patients and families, and acute episodic care to care for the chronic conditions. WHO presented a framework for implementing interprofessional education and interprofessional collaborative practice that outlined the cohort of students trained interprofessionally to become a team of health workforce ready for collaborative practice. So our health system should be based on the local health needs, local context, and through interprofessional education and interprofessional collaborative practice, fragmented health system can become a strengthened health system and we can improve health outcomes. So changes in the health professions education should be in accordance with the local context and local health needs to effectively contribute to restructuring process of the healthcare system. So as the practice of IMBE being expanded, its value recognized over the years, there is a renewed vigor and motivation for adopting IMBE in the health professional training in the institutions around the world. An appearance of regional and global network journals and websites of devoting particularly to the interprofessional learning. Changes in health professions education should be, I want to present the definitions of interprofessional education. Regarding the WHO, the students from two or more professions learn about, from, and with each other to enable effective collaboration and improve health outcomes. Interprofessional collaboration is when multiple healthcare workers from different professional backgrounds work together with the patients, families, carers, and community to deliver the highest quality of care. And again, interprofessional competencies means integrated enactment of knowledge, skills, and values, attitude that define working together across the professions with other healthcare workers, patients, families, and community as appropriate to improve health outcomes in specific healthcare contexts. So, IPE occurs when there is interaction between the students and faculty of different professions, and goals and learning experiences lead to achieving the performance of skills required for collaborative patient or client-centered teamwork, understanding of and respect for the role and unique contributions of the health professions. So I want to present principles of IPE. The program must be patient and family-centered, community and population-oriented, relationship-focused, process-oriented but outcomes-driven, integrated across the learning continuum, applicable across professions, and sensitive to systems context. So our goals for IPE is to prepare all healthcare profession students for deliberately working together with the common goal of building a safer and better healthcare system. And we have to improve team-based training that leads to improved quality and safety in team-based patient care. And how care is delivered is as important as what care is delivered. So IPE and IPCP required conditions are intentional programming, incorporated and institutionalized pre-service and in-service program, leadership, buy-in and commitment of collaborative leadership, And administrative and logistical support must be there. There must be space, time, acknowledgement in our universities, and we have to handle the conflict management, and then transformative organizational culture. There must be no blame, supportive and encouraging community, and coordination between the departments. So how about the types of IBE programs? We can conduct IBE day in our university or workshop, or IBE seminar, or IBE clinical experience, IBE didactic course, IBE embedded throughout the program. And we have to develop our faculty to gain knowledge and skills of IBE. So possible topics for the faculty development for IBE is a commitment to value of IBE and IB collaborative practice, knowledge of scope practice of the professions, effective teamwork skills, teaching and managing large classes, interactive learning, small group facilitating, and use of critical reflection. And we can use the following methods like a do and reflect, self-directed learning, facilitated workshops, conferences, mentors and consultants, and in-house formal and informal discussions. So regarding the curriculum management, we must have an interprofessional teaching and learning team. We have to determine the student learning outcomes, oversees the course development through the course teams, and develop flowchart linking the outcome with the objectives and learning activities, and evaluates the results of assessments of the curricular changes. And as the goal of IBE is to develop the knowledge, skills, and attitudes to bring about interprofessional team behavior and competencies, ideally interprofessional education is incorporated throughout the entire curriculum in a vertically and horizontally integrated way. So collaborative IBE programs should be established with a common mission across the professional programs and a common assessment plan of the students' competencies, ultimately aiming towards the enhancing patient safety. But we have to avoid the over-assessment. And in our country, in practical application in hospital setting, in internship programs, we use case-based study and interprofessional collaborative practice involving the medical doctors, nurses, and supporting staff, and postgraduate programs, candidates of emergency medicine, anesthesia, medical laboratory technology, medical imaging technology, clinical engineer, clinical pharmacy, working collaborative on one case. So example, in COVID-19 pandemic, emergency situations or tabletop exercises, simulation exercises, we have to collaborate each other. And then we must have the organizational capacity from leadership level to grassroots commitment and centralized coordination, like an infrastructure, creation of the designated program or center exists as a general plan, and funding and facilities. So faculty and staff engagement across the health professions is very important. So they have to work together to co-create the curriculum and clinical programs. They have to develop knowledge and skills of IB interaction, take an active role in the agenda, and focus on the patient-centered care. And we must share the challenges among the faculty. So we have to learn to communicate as a teaching team, and scheduling of classes and teaching team meetings in the different faculties of healthcare professions. And we have to engage new faculty also. And what are the opportunities of faculty involved in IBE? So interprofessional collaboration amongst the faculties is there, learning more about other professions. We can share the research, and we have to new and strengthen our friendships, and newer faculty learn from more experienced faculty with whom their team teach. And what are the opportunities for the students involved in interprofessional education? So they have to experience the best practice, modeling of the interprofessional teamwork, enhance collaboration, improve student awareness of interprofessional teams, and they can enhance the focus on patient or client-centered care and improve health outcomes. So in interprofessional teams, we can increase the student comfort level. And how about the opportunity of interprofessional healthcare? So health professionals working at the top of their knowledge and skill and enhance the staff motivation and satisfaction, working as team, providing the right care for the patient when it is needed, and enhance the patient motivation and satisfaction, and being part of change in delivery of care that can accomplish optimal health outcomes. So indicators for the development of the culture of IPEs are, we must have the vision of interprofessional endeavor, faculty members across professions must be engaged, and we must have the administrative support like the funding, facility, as well as staff, faculty, and student recognition, and full integration in professional education and practice, incorporated into uni-professional courses, including clinical experiences. And IPE best practices are, we have to begin IPE early in the health professional program. In our country, we begin IPE in the first year of medical and allied health universities. And experiences occur throughout the health professional program, and we have to include interaction among the students and working in the teams. And we can include didactic lecture, practical, and clinical experiences. We define the IPE competencies based on 5 domains: interprofessional practice, patient-centered care, wellness, patient safety, and quality care and social justice. So there are 4 core competencies of IPE. Number 1 is the values and ethics. We have to make a mutual respect and shared values. And core competency 2 is roles and responsibilities. We must understand roles and responsibilities of other professions. And competency 3 is interprofessional communication, which is in a manner that supports the team approach. And the last but not the least, it is the teams and teamwork, relationship building, values, and principles. So I want to present the benefits of IPE. We can improve communication, we can increase the efficiency of our team, improve employee morale and increases inter-staff support and less turnover, fosters creativity and ideas, and reduce the competition and conflict and better conflict resolution and better problem solving. And we can enhance the learning of the students, we can get the networking, better clinical outcomes, cost effectiveness and safety, and strengthen professional identity and facilitated collaborative projects. So in COVID-19 pandemic, IPE is very, very important that it can show the teamwork is crucially important in the public health emergency. Care of critically ill patients requires coordinated efforts of clinicians, intensive care unit nurses, responsible persons of laboratory and radiology departments, not only the pathologists, microbiologists, radiologists, there are a lot of technologists who support the laboratory diagnosis of COVID-19, medical laboratory technologist who runs the RT-PCR, medical imaging technologist who runs the X-ray and the CT scans for the COVID-19 patients, and clinical engineers who are responsible for the machines which are very essential in the intensive care unit, like the ventilators, infusion pump, etc., and then supporting staff. So each have their unique roles and responsibility, and they have to work in a coordinated and timely manner to save lives. So IPE and IPCP has become more relevant and appropriate as ever in the healthcare history. So this is my take-home message for all of you. The key elements of IPE are encourages professions to learn with, from, and about each other. We have to respect the distinctive contributions of each profession. Though most frequently used by the university in referring to undergraduate training, IBE can also include teaching and learning opportunities for qualified health professionals. We can also introduce in the master program, doctorate program. As such, IBE comprises all such learning in academic and work-based settings before and after qualifications and includes the professional status of healthcare support workers. So always keep the vision in the forefront, and it is about improving patient care. So thank you so much. Those are my references. And is there any questions? Please feel free to ask me. So the floor is open for discussions. Dr. Subhash, your mic is mute. So please, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Dr. Aikin, for very precise, clear, informative, and wonderful presentation. And perfectly you followed the time. I highly appreciate. Thank you very much. So all the participants, now we have some time for Q&A. So take this opportunity to clarify your doubts about interprofessional education. If you have any questions, you can put it in chat, or you can unmute yourself and you can start talking. So while waiting for others, maybe Professor Dr. Aikin, I will ask one couple of questions. So because you are working very closely with Ministry of Health and Sports of your country, so as far as the interprofessional education is concerned, so what type of the gaps you see in the education system in Myanmar?
Yes, yes, Dr. Subhash. Actually, we have 14 universities under Ministry of Health and Sports, Department of Human Resources for Health. We have all kinds of health professional institutions like universities of medicine, dental medicine, nursing, pharmacy, medical technologies, and then community health and University of Public Health. Actually, we are under the same umbrella of Ministry of Health and Sports, so that we are very close families. But before we introduce the interprofessional education program, we run our curriculum separately. Medical doctors are learning the medical curriculum without the collaboration with the nurses and pharmacists, medical technologists, etc. But after we established the integrated curriculum, outcome-based integrated curriculum in our country, and World Federation of Medical Education also pointed out that all the medical and allied health universities should introduce interprofessional educations to get a better patient outcome when it is the pre-service program, and when they become in-service personnel, they have to collaborate in team to get the optimal patient outcome. So we have to introduce interprofessional education program in our undergrad curriculum since 2017, and we have to conduct a lot of pilot studies. But in 2020, this year, we can extend our program to Magui and Mandalay region also with the help of WHO. So that another thing is that we are under the same umbrella of Ministry of Health and Sports, so that we don't have any difficulties to invite the faculties to attend the meeting for the IBE program, and we have to co-create the curriculum, but it is very easy for us to invite them to come to one universities, and we can discuss each other to get a very unique curriculum for the IBE. Another thing I want to say is with the help of, with the aid of WHO, this year, we can publish the manual for IPE and IPCP in Myanmar, WHO Manual 2020. In that manual, I'm one of the authors, and we we give this manual to all the medical and allied health universities under Ministry of Health and Sports. So all the faculty members can use that manual to conduct the IPE program easily. And so this is the advantage for us. And we thank WHO a lot for supporting us to produce that manual, Dr. Subhash.
Yeah, thank you very much. My another question is because for Myanmar, you are doing wonderful job and helping ministry and community. I mean, I highly appreciate that one. So I have another question because you are working closely with ASEAN as well as Australian medicine and scientist community. You are working with Japan, you are working with Europeans. So do you see, because this program is hosted by Biotechnology Students Association. So is there any possibility in the future the students can play anywhere in the role in a student exchange or anything? From your perspective, do you see any opportunities for biotechnology students?
Yes, I'm very happy to answer that. We, ASEAN Association of Schools of Medical Technology, welcome you to join us because I am the president of the AASMT, ASEAN Association of Schools of Medical Technology, from 2018 to 2020. And now I become the member of the executive members as well as the advisory council. And we want to collaborate with you because our aim of AASMT is to produce medical technologists who have the same competencies in the ASEAN region. So welcome your students as well as your university to join our association. And if our university and your university make a memorandum of understanding or a letter of agreement, we can welcome your students to us because we have a lot of students coming from Australia every year since 2017 who are the final year students of laboratory medicines from University of South Australia. Even in 2019, they can come before the lockdowns are there, before the international flights are closed. They can come and join us for 3 weeks in University of Medical Technology, Yangon. And after they went back to Australia, all the international flights are canceled. They are very lucky that they can join our program. And as well as from Japan, we have a very, very good relationship with the Japanese universities like International University of Health and Welfare and Kitasato University. Regarding the interprofessional education, every year since 2017, our students can join interprofessional education program in Kitasato University. So it is very, very good program there. They invite the students from all over the world. The universities which are signed MOU with them, and they can sit together, learn together on case-based studies for the paper patients. Sorry, it is not the what shall I say, real patient, but they create the clinical scenario, and they have to sit together and learn together, and they make some presentations regarding the management of the patients. It depends on the medical students as well as nurses, medical technology students, and pharmacy students. So because of COVID-19 pandemic, this year we cannot go there, but they have a virtual seminar which will be conducted in 2021. And like this webinar, the students can join and they can discuss each other regarding the management of the paper patients.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm very delighted to hear all these opportunities. Definitely, we can work together. So thank you. So for other participants, we have Senior Professor Yam Ravichandran, who is the Dean of our faculty. Prof, do you have any question?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think it is a very wonderful talk, and it's a new area. I think COVID is a very good example that how the interprofessionals work in a harmonious manner, and it has shown the world that we cannot depend on one discipline. We need everything, community medicine to vaccinologist to a diagnostic person to a minister or everyone, security and police, defense, all arms of various organizations are working together. I think it's a very good example. I think biotechnology is also one of the very good area, which is a truly multidisciplinary. We have multidiscipline there. Our students learn all the topic. I think it's a good time that the medical student, the dental student, and pharmacy student, and business and engineering student work together as a team and share the interpersonal skills to solve a common goal. I think it's a very, very relevant and important topic in the current situation. Thank you very much, Prof, for your thoughts.
Because biotechnology is very important for our healthcare professionals. Without this, we cannot get the new technology and to confirm the diagnosis and to know the disease process. Biotechnology is very important. So I want to welcome you to join our program, and then I want to collaborate with you in future.
Thank you, Professor Ravi. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Aikin. So I'm just checking the chat box. I just want to pass the message to you, Professor Dr. Aikin. There is a lot of appreciation from the participants. Informative talk, very nice talk. Thank you, ma'am. So I think talk was very useful for participants, but I don't see any question. So I will take the privilege of being a moderator to ask you one question. So because you are working closely with WHO.
Yes.
So is there any initiative to start the new curriculum on interprofessional education in Myanmar as well as in Asian region, because you are playing important role in Asian region as well as in Myanmar? Is there any initiative to start the new curriculum, maybe elective or core interprofessional education?
Yes. We have a workshop for the faculty development and implementation of interprofessional education program recently, a couple of weeks ago, together with the University of Medicine, University of Dental Medicine, University of Pharmacy, and Nursing Training School. We have a region. We are in the North Okhla region, and then in Central region, and Mandalay region, and the Magwe region. We now establish a curriculum for the interprofessional education, which will be integrated vertically as well as horizontally in our curriculum. The integration will be for 4 years, because University of Medicines are the course for the University of Medicines are 6 years course, but we will integrate only for 4 years, and another 2 years for University of Medicines is they have to work in the hospital and for clinical block posting. So they must have the knowledge and skills of interprofessional educations in the hospital. For our graduates, we have a 4-year bachelor degree program. Our graduates, when they join the service, they must have the knowledge and skills of interprofessional education, so they can conduct the interprofessional collaborative practice together with the other health profession. So for our country, the curriculum is established, and we will use the manual, the WHO manual 2020 for IPE and IPCP, which is published by the WHO this year recently. So it will be very, very useful for us. Regarding the ASEAN countries, I think Philippines also introduced IPE, and then Thailand also introduced IPE. But Vietnam and I think Indonesia, later they may cooperate with us. I think Thailand and Philippines now introduce IPE in their curriculum.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Dr. Aikin. So because in order to make sure that the new graduates, those are coming out from different universities and higher education institutions, so they should be more competent to deal with the challenges like COVID, and to make sure that next time we will be prepared a better way to handle these types of the pandemics.
Yes.
Yeah, so any questions, students, you can just unmute yourself and you can ask question because you can unmute yourself. It's allowed. So just unmute and you can ask question. We have participants from Japan. We have participants from Australia. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask question. It will be great. So you can just unmute yourself and you can ask question.
I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, please.
So I'm currently studying in International University of Health and Welfare in Japan, and I'm from Myanmar. I'm a third-year medical student here, and so I just thank you for the presentation. I just want, like, one of my questions is that in my university we basically have this kind of interprofessional education system as well. But we do it twice in our 6-year medical program, once before going to clinical clerkship and once after going to clinical clerkship. So before going to clinical clerkship, it was basically about students like medical university students, biotechnology students, other physical therapists, occupational therapists, all different types of professionals gathering together for like a class for like 3 weeks or so, and we also talk about paper patients basically. But when we talk about these paper patients, we basically idealize the situation because we don't really know how the hospital actually works and runs, and we don't know the senior relationship, how actually things work. So we talk about the idealism of the situation. And for me as an international student, I learn a lot about the culture differences here in Japan and learning more about how they deal with patients here. So I can understand the benefits of professional education system here, especially when I want to learn the culture and also the university system and get to know more people and friends. But one of my, because my university, unlike Kitasato University, we haven't been doing international professional educations with other universities from other countries. So I was wondering, what are the benefits of doing this IPE program by integrating other countries with each other? Like, you know, what kind of benefits will we get? For me, the main benefits I got while doing this IPE kind of program in Japan was I got to learn more about Japan, but I was wondering what kind of benefits will be there when there is like different countries interacting with each other. So that's
Yes, yes. I want to answer that your program is like us, interprofessional education among the health professional institutions within the countries. But if we can cooperate with the universities from the foreign countries, like our university with Kitasato University, it will be very, very beneficial for the students because they can learn the culture difference as well as the, what shall I say, strategy to take care of patient, because the basic idea for the patient care is the same for the every country. But regarding the different countries, different cultures, different situations, we can learn from them that how they can handle the patients, and values and ethics may be some differences in values and ethics, and as well as roles and responsibilities of the health professionals. That I mean, it is one of the core competencies of health professionals. I want to answer you with the example, for rehabilitation of the stroke patient. Uh, do you know the stroke? It is the cerebrovascular accident. The arteries of the brain, there may be thrombosis or the hemorrhage, and the brain cells are damaged, and the patients suffering from hemiparesis or hemiplegia. So at that time, most of the countries treat that diseases by doctors, nurses, physiotherapists. After that, for rehabilitation of the patients, some countries depends only on the physiotherapists to rehabilitate the students, but in some countries, physiotherapists have to follow the instructions of medical doctors. In our countries, physiotherapists has to follow the instructions of medical doctors, like a rehabilitation medical doctor. They are called physiatrists. They have to order the physiotherapist what are the exercises need for the patients. But in Australia or America, the physiotherapist can decide that this patient must be rehabilitated with that way of physiotherapy, and they have some independence. I think it is the answer for you, that you can learn from each other, as well as depends on the country situation. We can know the disciplines and principles of their country's perspective. So,
Yeah.
so is it clear?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Dr. Aikin, for wonderfully answering the question. So there is one question from audience. I'm in chat room, I can see. So there is one question from one participant. I will just read for you, Professor Dr. Aikin. Question is, how to control COVID-19 in future life by using biotechnology techniques? So I mean, maybe you can answer this question, Prof.
Yeah, it is a very, very, very excellent questions, because COVID-19, I think it is a virus, so it can, what shall I say? It will stay with us, I think, maybe forever, because there are genetic mutations and changes, antigenic shift and antigenic drift, like influenza virus. They will come to us every year in the different forms. So coronavirus may have that opportunity, and we have to protect and prevent it. But it will be very, very, very difficult. Without the biotechnology, I think we cannot survive. So we have to try to, what shall I say, look for the technology to dictate them, and to prevent the emerging of new strain, and we have to explore the vaccines which can prevent us, because vaccination is now very, very important for coronavirus disease prevention, as well as our self-protection is there. We have to follow the new normal life, social distancing, quarantine, and stay at home also. But because COVID-19 will stay with us, I think maybe forever, we have to we have to try to invent the vaccine, as well as to look for the technology that can prevent the emergence of another strains of COVID-19. It will be very, very difficult. So that question is very difficult for answer.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. You precisely mentioned because in day-to-day's life, we are using many products. Those are based on biotechnology. So biotechnology is in day-to-day's life, in action. So
Yes.
I'm glad students are, the majority of students are from biotechnology and they can understand the importance of biotechnology discipline.
Yes.
Precisely you mentioned. So thank you very much for answering that question. So I see something in the chat room. I will just see there is one more question from one participant. The student, it's a student from one of our student, I think. Student is asking, what are the qualifications should a student have to earn an internship to programs which you are conducting or coordinating? So because you mentioned
Yes.
in previous answer,
Yes.
there are opportunities for students. So at what level, student should be, year 3 you accept, or any student can join? Maybe we can elaborate a little bit.
Yes. If the university, the students attending is collaborating with the university conducting the IPE like us, you must have the memorandum of understanding or any letter of agreement between the two universities or other universities. The students can join freely. We don't have any limitations because IPE program is in every year from foundation year to till the final year for our 4 years bachelor degree program. But for the medical university, it is only for the 4th year, not in the 5th and 6th year. So from first year to final year, if the university students attending is got a memorandum of understanding with the university that conduct the interprofessional education internationally, like a Kita Sato University or like our university, they can join every time. We don't have limitations.
Okay. So in case of the Australia also, is it the same? Because you are working with this
Australia University is it is the University of South Australia. They conduct the laboratory medicine program, and they always came to us since 2017, and they've got the funding from the Colombo plan, and they funded the students to attend together with our final year students for 3 weeks in Myanmar. So they have came to us and then join our classes, our community mobile laboratory for communities, and they work with other students together. But it is not the interprofessional, it is the intra-professional only for the medical laboratory technology students from us and laboratory medicine students from them.
Okay, thank you, Prof. So any other students, if you have any question, so because now we are running out of time, it's a 90-minute session, we have a little bit time. So maybe I can just allow students to unmute and you can ask the question. You can have interaction with the speaker directly. So please take the opportunity to unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Feel free to unmute and you can start asking question. We would love to see your participation, active participation. Any biotechnology student, anybody from virtual room? Any biotech students, ABSA committee members, ABSA members, you have to take opportunity to clarify your doubts. So while waiting for others, maybe I will ask one more question, Prof, because we have a little
You're
bit
welcome.
yeah, just to fill in the gap so we can use time wisely. So because you precisely mentioned the importance of interprofessional education. So and you are working with WHO as well as all these associations. So is there any window of opportunity for the members to get some kind of the funding for different types of activities or student training or workshops, organization, that type of activities to educate the students or staff? Are there any opportunities for small grants?
Yeah, regarding our association, ASEAN Association of Schools of Medical Technology, we have what shall I say, member countries who got their fundings from their member universities or schools. Because I want to say in example, like in Thailand example, Thailand is a member of ASEAN Association of Schools of Medical Technology. In Thailand, there are a lot of medical technology universities like Mahidol University, Chulalongkorn University, Thammasat University, Konkan University, etc., etc. So they got their association, and that association have a funding for them to send the students as well as to give the scholar regarding our AASMT activities. So they funded themselves to send the students as well as representatives to attend the seminar or workshop conducted by the AASMT. In our country also, we only got the two medical technologies, University of Medical Technology Yangon and University of Medical Technology Mandalay. So we have our own fundings, and sometimes we have to apply for the bids for the grant from the government, and if we got the bids, we can go to the association's seminar or workshop, etc. Our AASMT get funding only for the executive members who will attend the executive committees meetings, which are held annually. For the students, the universities in their own countries have to make funding to give the students to attend the occasions. So,
okay,
is it the answer for your questions?
Yeah. So I think this information will be useful. Thank you, Prof, for answering the question. So I think maybe last question we can take. I don't see any question, but I see many comments. Thank you, ma'am. Informative presentation. Thank you. Very nice presentation. So if there is no any question, then maybe we can stop here. So I want to take this opportunity to thank all the participants for asking a very relevant question and participating actively in the webinar. So once again, thank you everybody. And I want to also record my special thanks to ABSA and organizing committee of this webinar for inviting me to serve as a moderator. And once again, thank you everybody. And Ms. Amanda, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for attending the webinar.
Prof, just hold on. I think
yes.
Vote of thanks. So we have one student who is going to talk.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Would you mind to stop your presentation, Prof, so we can have?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Ms. Amanda, please go ahead. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. I. Keen, for a wonderful talk. And thank you very much, Dr. Subhash, for moderating the session. Without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Elvin for a word of thanks.
Hello everyone, I'm Elvin, a student from BSc Bioinformatics degree program. On behalf of ABSA and Webinar Organizing Committee, first I want to thank Professor I. Keen for an enlightening and informative talks on interprofessional education. We are grateful for the time and effort you took to share your thoughts and experience with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Professor M. Ravichandran, Dean of Faculty of Applied Sciences, for attending and supporting our webinar. I would also like to thanks to all the participants from the various countries for joining us for this webinar. I believe that this webinar definitely helped you to get some insight and learn something new, as interprofessional education is vital. Last but not least, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizing team and ABSA advisor, Dr. Subhash, for their effort to make this webinar a success. Once again, thank you. Ms. Amanda, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Alvin. It was a great session today. So before ending this session, we would like to hear feedback from all participants by scanning the code on the screen right now. We promise the evaluation survey would not take you more than a minute. Your feedback would be greatly appreciated. You can either scan the QR code or go to the link shown below. The link is also posted in the chat box as well. After the completion of the survey, you will receive an instant participation certificate in a short while. And I will keep this slide running for 2 more minutes for you to scan the QR code. We're looking forward to have all of you all joining us in the next session. Thank you again, everyone, and we wish you good health and safety. I hope everyone had the chance to scan the QR code. I'm going to end this session now. See you in our next webinar. Stay safe and have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you. Bye.
Your mic is off, Prof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wishing you a very happy new year and good health in the coming year, 2021.
Yeah. Same to you, Prof. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.